The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own and in no way meant to offend or upset anyone. We ad-lib, paraphrase and imitate to convey reviewed content only. It's a bit of a laugh. Enjoy!
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make.
Good day, one and all. How are we, movie-going fraternity and podcast listening masses that you are? This is What's the Script, Series 3, Episode 2, and it was my pick this week, and I have chosen 1987 classic, not dated in any way whatsoever, shape or form, RoboCop. How are we, Christopher?
Oh. High on life and so pleased that this hasn't aged a day.
You've been snorting the contents of that Hoover bag again, have you? My
Oh.
name is Robo. I am a cop. I like to shoot at things.
Oh, what a chanter, Eric. What a chanter.
Well, I've done that before. So, as I said there, 1987, RoboCop, for its time, absolutely groundbreaking movie. Up to the day, it still is a cult classic, an absolute epic. But having watched it for the first time in about 10 years yesterday, and we watched a video last week and it was 157 things that were wrong with RoboCop, and that's ruined it for us, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Well, much like you, the last time I watched this was on a VHS tape on a Panasonic VHS player with a Hitachi boob tube telly. But
I'd buy that for $1.
But it had been a long time since I watched this. But
Aye.
I get, for a while, it was always on in our house because there's a big robot shooting bad people. I mean, what do you want? But
Aye, no, it's great. It's absolutely great. Just as I say, that video kind of can ruin things for me. It points out the bits that are rubber when he's shooting all that, and if you look for them, you're like, ah, sorry. Do you know what I mean? Bastard. Just tell me first.
Aye, because I watched this in obviously HD now, as it is now the thing, and then you see that around his jaw, and I always thought that's fucking black metal, and now you see it, and he's like, that boy's wearing a fucking rubber suit.
I think, see, the most damning bit, it's the, we'll get to it when it comes, right, but it's the neck. His neck's jet black till he takes the top bit of his helmet off, and his neck becomes rubber robotics. It's brilliant. Well, never touched his neck there. Plus, he lifts his. We'll get to it. So we start off. We're sometime in the not so distant future from 1987, and Detroit, Motor City in America, is the biggest cesspit in Crime Valley of United States, isn't it?
Aye. It's always the same with Detroit. Detroit is always terrible.
It's the same.
It gets a bad rap, but I'm not fair there, so maybe it is. I don't know, but
Doesn't matter what area you're in, what do you like? You're doing everything. You're in Detroit, people.
Aye, but it's the news, TV news, isn't it? These mad news anchors.
Give us 3 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
But it's just, they're not even half all these mad stories into it, but eventually they get to it's another advert into it, and it's like prosthetic body parts and all this into it. This guy's just walking about. Get yourself that new Ferrari heart there, you see. Call now to all be disappointed.
It's as cheesy as they come. As you say, mate, the whole news report's cheesy as fuck. There's a a nuclear crisis in South Africa. The president was on a wee jaunt in space, and the gravity turned off, and they were all floating about there. It was quite jovial. And as you say there, mate, advertising, is your heart gonna fail you? Get your heart from Hearts R Us. Yamaha, Suzuki, Sportsman Hearts.
Oh, super fun.
But they're all designed to tie in with a news beat that's prevalent to the film, didn't they?
Aye, that's it. Because sooner or later they get to this news report, into it, that there's been 3 cops shot, 2 are dead, one's in critical and all this, but he describes the person that shot him into it, and it's Clarence.
Hang in there, Frank.
That's it, that's news anchor. I mean, the guy has been shot to bits, no doubt, and he's like, good luck, Frank. We're rooting for you.
So before he went into a coma, Frank identified this man, Clarence Boddicker, who's been linked with the deaths of 31 police officers. You're linked. Seem to be getting linked an awful lot there, Clarence. I'm thinking you might have done something here.
Aye, that's a specific linkage you've got there.
I wonder why they can't make anything stick to the boy.
I know, mate. It's just I was howling at this man, saying just good luck, Frank. Like, oh, cheers, lad.
Then Dick Jones does a wee soundbite, and he's the head of OCP, who are the conglomerate that now owns the police. And he's like, police officers in Detroit City know what they're getting into. They can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
That's so bad.
He's like, fuck him.
Oh dear. But the next time we're at this police station at me, and it's just these two. It's 2 wee lawyers, isn't it? They're sitting getting the sergeant snash. Like, oh, my wee client didn't do anything. And then this is your first glimpse of a wee bit of police brutality here, isn't it? He just grabs this wee guy and just launches him at the door. Aye, know what I mean? Get yourself to fuck.
You've got to imagine that it would be alive and well in a police precinct that looks as if it's right out the 70s, even though we're in the future. Pure open plan, no security desk or nothing. There's criminals behind the counter with a sergeant. that wee tiny person asking for a cup of coffee. Don't sit down, Frank.
Oh, brilliant, man. Aye, it's like, 2030 this is supposed to be. You know what I mean? And aye, oh, superb, man. But the next thing you see is Murphy, isn't it? Murphy arrives into his new precinct, handing over his papers, ready to sign into the new squad.
It's the only time in the history of television we see Paul Weller with a full head of hair.
Aye. Oh, it's the haircut.
Feathered and layered. You just don't see it anymore.
He'll definitely miss that boy. But
allegedly he's a right cantankerous bastard. Seem to go to cinema cons and comic cons and all that. He's sitting there, sits behind that wee desk signing photos, getting paid handsomely, and he doesn't want to be anywhere else apart from there the rest of his life, man. He hates it. Swine.
Aye. But his wee sergeant says to him, oh, you've transferred to a nice precinct, isn't it? But here we earn more money, know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I should fucking think so.
We work here for a living, see? We don't sit in our ivory towers drinking coffee and looking out the window. But Murphy's just, the excuse for getting transferred is just, it's an OCP have moved him there. And he's arrived with his shockingly handsome full head of hair and his mad mental shirt. It's horrible, man.
It's so bad, isn't it? But the next time I'm walking through the locker room, at me, and all the cops are disgruntled, nobody's happy. Obviously, OCP is just fucking the whole thing up. And they're just... But these, what is it, co-ed locker rooms, is it? Everybody's just... Diddy's out, cocks and balls.
Forward thinking there.
Not one bit of a frontage.
An excuse to get the worst pair of tits ever on the fucking telly. And the wee ringleader that's mouthing off and all, he's a wee fat shite.
I know.
Wee belly hanging out.
The wee guy with a moustache. Oh, he's the shop steward, isn't he? He's talking about going on strike and all this. But all the while, they're still listening to the radio, isn't it? They're still listening to hear about the copper, Frank. Can't remember his second name, but listening to how he is. Aye. But, aye. Next thing, the wee guy with a moustache is like, oh, we should go on strike. And the sergeant walks in, didn't he? And he's in to clear out that guy's locker. And you're just like, oh.
See the man police when he sees his name getting taken off the locker, he's like, damn.
Oh.
I was rooting for him, man. So he's away. That's another Polish deed. And the sergeant just says, when he's clearing his locker out, he says, donations go to this guy, this dweeb-looking Polish, as per usual. And I don't want to hear any more talk about strikes. We're here, we're policemen, you know what I mean? He's old school.
We're no plumbers. We're here to keep the peace. Innit? But the next thing he shouts and Murphy to come out, didn't he? And then we get our second dose of police brutality. Because out of the front desk, it's some
young off.
Oh, you go, mate. Oh, you go.
No. I was just going to say, young Officer Lewis brings in her pet, who decides to get a wee bit frisky. Batters the partner that she brought him in with, and then the whole police department sit back and watch and let her sort it out for herself, you know what I mean?
Aye, she goes full Bruce Lee, didn't she? Volleys the shines at him and everything. And very telling, not one mobile phone is whipped out. Know what I mean? Aye.
No, they must have been banned in the future. Hooray! Fucking hope they are. Bastards. So no sooner she knocked this guy out flat in his ass, she's hoping for a wee cup of tea, and the sergeant goes, Lois, meet your new partner. Fucking get back out there. So they go down to the motorcade, get into the car. Murphy shimmies into the driver's seat. I always drive when I'm breaking a new partner.
Mate, mate. But the next thing into it cuts to this OCP building, and you've got Bob, and what was it, Kenny, and I can't mind the other guy's name.
Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson. Smiling speck. Just cheesers all the time, that boy, man.
But
they're talking like executives do in the elevator up to a big meeting, and Bob's obviously highly strung, wired, and he wants to be the head honcho, doesn't he, mate?
Aye. He wants his opportunity. Know what I mean? He thinks the guy that's practically in charge of everything, Jones, thinks he's had his time, he's past it. Know what I mean? It's time for some new blood. But
you've had the old stag. Now it's time for the young bull.
But it's mad Kenny, isn't it? They're going, hey, Bob, I'd watch it. Jones is a bit of a shark, man.
His bark's not as bad as his bite, Bob. Bob's just, fuck him. I don't care. Fuck him. Obviously, never met the guy, even though he's his superior in the same company. But hey ho. They were in the big meeting into it, and the whole project, the old man, that's his name in this, the old man. There's no fucking name for him. That's what he's credited as. He's the head guy of OCP, and he's just delivering his vision for Detroit, that he wants to flatten Detroit and rebuild it as Delta City. Kind of like, I get pure Demolition Man vibes after that, man, so I did.
Aye, mate. It looks like fucking the Jetsons city, doesn't it? It's just... But he says, as old Detroit has a disease, and the old disease is crime. And you're like, oh, who wrote that? Who wrote that?
I've just taken a shit and wiped my own bum. Yeah. Bob just wanted to clap everything.
But aye. So he's plotting Israel, isn't it? We need to get rid of the crime in Detroit, before we start building this new city. Aye. Do-do-do-do-do. And
That's all we need to do, aye. Fucking never thought of that, old man.
oh, but the next thing, Jones steps up, doesn't he? And he stands up there like prestige worldwide, doesn't he? Investors, possibly you.
What's the house? Aye, so it's weird. Dick and Bob are the heads of different security firms within OCP, and they're competing for this contract. So, but Dick's obviously in the driving seat, and he's decided to. He's up at his wee pulpit saying, I'll bring you the future in police force. Ed 209 brings it big Ed 209, doesn't he, mate?
Aye. This. I remember when I was younger, and you were like that. Oofed. Look at that fucking thing. That's cool as fuck. And then watching it all night, I was like, it's bloody Lego.
Aye, the stop animation, as good as it is, it's very sketchy, man. But it was always not even the look at it. It was the sounds Ed 209 that always got me. It was like a growling fucking tiger in a box, wasn't it? And it's got two big. I like the design it, man. It's like a microphone with two fucking hand cannons on it. I always thought to myself, how about you arresting anybody?
I know. I mean, he's just, it's a war machine, isn't it? But,
That's sort of, isn't it? Aye.
But Jones, they're doing a demonstration, aren't they? And Jones calls for an assistant. Young Kenny, my lad. What up? Hold this gun, son. He pulls out the shiniest fucking pistol I've ever seen ever. Look at that. Oofed. But he gets them to point it at 209, doesn't he? So they can demonstrate this just taking effect and curbing crime into it. And so Kenny points his gun at this thing. And it obviously goes, oh, you cheeky bastard. Put that gun down. I know your mother.
Aye, you have 20 seconds to comply. Mr. Kenny's still standing with a gun. And he looks at Dick, and Dick goes, I do what he says, Mr. Kenny. So he flings the gun away. I think that's it. And then Ed just gets more primed. Bzzz, you have 15 seconds to comply. And then everybody just starts losing their shit, don't they, man? The guy opens the computer and all that.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
We Kenny, I know. He doesn't run out the room like any normal person does. He just runs into the crowd like, if I'm going, you're all going with me, sort of thing.
Right. But, the countdown's on. 3, 2. By the time he gets to 2, the last guy pops him out on his own. 1, and then Ed just opens fire with an array of rounds.
Mate, this guy is shot so much. I mean, there's bits blown off him. You know what I mean? He resembles Swiss cheese, right? And obviously, the scientists eventually like, oh my god, they killed Kenny, but they pull out this fucking the control thing. You know what I mean? And then what I was laughing at again, somebody goes, would you call a paramedic? And I'm like, there's fuck all left. There's nothing left.
Paramedic, I think you better call the Janny, mate. Get the janitor up here with a brand new mop, because this guy has been turned into one of your favourite words, mulch.
But
again, another flaw that we pointed out in that mad wee video is Ed 209 releases maybe about, I don't know, 100 rounds on this wee guy, and Disney managed to hit any of the windows behind him and all that. Do you know what I mean?
But even then,
that is what it is. We
were saying last night, see everybody in that boardroom, not one person gives a fuck. Like even the lassie for HR isn't like that. We're up shit creek, son.
the old man's just, oh, Dick, I'm very disappointed. Dick's answer is that, get the glitch, technical hitch, get right on that. A glitch. It still doesn't say a man's died. Just it's put them back a couple of days, you know what I mean? But Mad Bob seizes the opportunity, doesn't he, mate?
Fucking Mad Joe Exotic. I'm never gonna financially recover for this. Oh, nah, he gets his foot in the door, doesn't he? He goes, "Oh, here, old man, this is a fuck up, and we are ready to go. We are ready to go. We are there, mate. We are there. 90 days and we're there." All right, you've got a shot here. Why you in?
He says we're ready to begin human trials right away. What other trials did they do before the human trials? You know what I mean? Did they have robo hamsters and fucking robo dogs and shit?
Oh.
It says, "I'm ready to go in 90 days." They've still not got a subject yet. They've still not got their Murphy, but he's fixing the door and he's all chuffed to himself. So next thing we know, it's all units, and it's Lewis and Murphy getting called to scene of a crime. But before that, he's talking about he's doing all his wee twirls into his gun shit.
Aye, that's it. And Lewis is like, "Oh, what do you do that for?" And this is when you find out that Murphy's got a son and all this in it. He watches a TV show a day that. It's because he thinks everybody should do that, but he also reveals, I get a kick out of it. Know what I mean? It's another American saying I just don't get. Oh, I get a kick out of that. You what?
Oh, right, kick out of that.
I get a volley out of that. I thought, what? But
you get put in a corner out of
that. Well, like you say, mate, they get called to all units to must have been a bank heist or something, isn't it? And
it's funny, man, because we've got Boddicker and his guns in the back of I think it's like an armoured truck, but it's not really armoured enough. And Clarence is getting off his nut because the money's been burnt and obviously they've had to blow the doors. You burnt the fucking money.
You burnt the money, you fucking goons.
Oh, well, why are you saying this to me, Dad? So next thing they know, they're in a getaway van, that's what we'll call it. And then Mad
Emil,
what's his name again?
Emil,
well done.
Oh.
Hey Clarence, you got a cat in your tail. Well, you're only going about 14 miles an hour, mate.
I know. The only two motors on the road and all, by the way.
So Emil does say to him, look, we're not going to get away with it, and this bloody keep a junk. And Boddicker says, good, slow down. What? Slow down. It's just everybody, man. So Clancy's obviously plan is to slow down, boot the doors open, and all 5 of these guys are going to unload on the police car, aren't they?
Aye, but obviously the cops are wide to this, isn't it? And they've pulled up on the side. And the bold Murphy, he's out there with two of his horn guns shooting away into it, and this gunfight just ensues, doesn't it?
Aye. Because obviously young Emil's not been checking his mirrors. So when they put the doors open, he's not there. Oh, where could he be? Is he above us? Is he underneath us? Oh, he's there. So it's a wee gunfight. There's a lot more bullets again, missed the car for 2 yards than hit the car and kind of that stuff. But Murphy manages to get one of the goons in the legs, didn't he?
He shoots Bobby in the leg. Oh, but again, the cop car pulls up to the side, doesn't it? And the next thing, Clarence is like this. Pick him up. Obviously, I have a fiendish idea as he twirls his moustache.
You're going to do that. As soon as the wee guy should have opened his mouth because Clarence doesn't remember what he's doing there. And he goes like, Clarence, huh? Legs. Oh. Can you fly, Bobby?
Oh, mate. But then the next
just
thing,
launch him at the police motor.
They launch him right at the cop car, and he goes through the windshield, and it's like, oh, you dirty bastard. Oh, but they must get to the old mill, isn't it? And
I know. The old mill sounds like it's been run by a fucking Scooby-Doo villain. You know what I mean?
What's that, boy? The bad guys have run to the old mill?
Oh no, you want a doggy treat? Sorry, boy. Always get that confused. But the calls are back up. I think the last in the other end dispatch says backup's 15 minutes out. So rather than waiting back up, knowing that they've got them fucking holed in there and there's no way out, Murphy just looks at Lewis, goes like, "Your call. Let's go for it."
Oh, aye. But see, I was laughing at this and all. See when Lewis runs up to check the van, and Murphy is just backing up like that, like he's a background dancer at fucking Eurovision or something. Hey.
He's DJ Laser spinning the guns. So they split up, didn't they? Which is fucking stupid. Lewis goes up the ladder and Murphy goes up another set of stairs. We quickly see that Lewis is inside the building. She's sneaking about looking for somebody. And she hears the trickle of water.
Aye, she gets round this big pipe looking thing. And there's one of the bad guys just relieving himself, rusting some pipes. And I'll tell you right now, see this guy, he has great control. You see when he hears is that she cocks back the hammer on her gun, he stops mid-flow, and I'm like that. See that? That man is in charge. Because that's not an easy feat.
No. I'd be gun or no gun, I'd be finishing. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be able to hold it at my age anymore. But I'm sorry, Hen. This is happening. You can wait me. So he nips it, doesn't he? He turns around, puts his hands up. He's obviously still got his bobby hanging out that we don't see. And Lewis is can't help herself. Man, if I zip this up. She's a fly wee peek. And that's when he seizes his opportunity and rattles her right in the jaw.
Dick punch. But he punches her
right off the mezzanine floor, didn't he?
Aye. And she lands fucking and then this is the first time you hear this fucking annoying laugh. It's like he laughs. Fucking hell, man.
Do you know how he laughs like? He laughs like fucking Jabba's wee pal in Return of the Jedi, man.
Aye, fucking hell, man.
What a wicked witch, man, they cunt. But this old mill that is quite clearly a steelworks, Lewis manages to land on the one kind of softish bit, like a story below, and she's kind of knocked out, but no knocked out, and all that. Aye. So, the next thing we hear is Emil and another guy watching the telly, and they're having a good laugh at the "I'd buy that for $1" guy. And Murphy sneaks up on them, didn't he?
Aye.
And gives out one of his lines.
Aye, Murphy gets the jump on them, didn't he? One of the guys goes to reach for the shotgun, didn't he? And Murphy takes him out, and he says to Emil, "Fucking dead or alive, you're coming with me." And you're like, "Yes!"
It's the thing that we know. And even though it's the first time Emil's heard it, he still goes.
Aye. And the whole time Murphy's calling for Lewis, isn't he? He's like, "All right, come on. I've got a situation here going on that while he's trying to arrest Emil." But
aye, he's all southern today.
Aye.
Lewis, he's talking normal. Lewis, come in, Lewis. Got a situation here, girl. Need you to get round up, boy.
Emil, boy, you got pretty skin.
Oh no. Obviously, she's no answering because she's a wee bit comatose. And no sooner as I got Emil up against the wall, then everybody else appears and he's up shit creek, isn't he?
Aye, he's been surrounded, isn't he? And he's
hey, Emil, why don't you let us take over from here?
But is that he?
Good smashing you, I like you.
Oh, aye, but all the bad guys have got them surrounded with guns, ain't they? And Emil says, you're mine. And that's when Clarence shows up in it. And it just, this just shows you how sinister he is. You know what I mean? See this bit, which I imagine was probably very shocking when people first seen it. You know what I mean?
I found it very shocking at what 9-year-old when I seen this. The next bit that comes up, man, it's still quite brutal for the times, you know what I mean? But Clarence is just doesn't give a fuck about him. Doesn't see a human. He sees a cop and he hates cops, man. Cops don't like me, so I don't like. But this time Murphy's on the deck, isn't he?
Aye. And it's just
Murphy calls him slime or some shit.
Aye, he goes, you what is it? You probably don't like me very much. And he's like, buddy, I think you're slime. And you're like, they're all laughing, like, hey, you mad bastard at you. But see this bit where Clarence is playing with him, he's pointing the gun at him, isn't he? And just going, nah. You're like, oh, that's fucking. But eventually, it brings it down, doesn't he? Point at Murphy's horn, and he just blows his horn off. It's like I say, everybody in the cinema must have been like that. Woof, what the fuck?
Aye, because that was very well done prosthetics. I've seen the making of years ago, and it's just like a fake horn full of goo, man, and it explodes, and it's magic looking. Because it's not a hole in the hand, it's not a couple of fingers off, it's the fucking wrist up just goes missing, doesn't it, mate?
Aye.
And said it to Peter Weller, his acting after this. You would think he has just had his fucking horn blown off, his reaction.
Aye.
Excellent.
Aye, it's no pure Hollywood, like, I can take it. No,
where's the nearest fire so I can stick my hand and cauterize this motherfucker? So they're all laughing. He's like, he can't scream because he's in that much pain. And Carl just says, get him out of here.
I know, mate. It's real sick, and it's very, very dark, isn't it?
Aye, but patter like that is pure chef's kiss. 80s. Oh, brilliant.
But
it's like fucking like Commando when he drops the guy off the cliff. And she's like, where is he? I had to let him go. Fucking so shite, but it's brilliant.
But the next thing into it, the bad guys are all laughing, like, turn round, mate, so we can just start shooting you. And that's what they do, into it. They just start fucking unloading everything. And again, it's like, because I don't know if that actor was like a big star at the time. You know what I mean? But it was like, this is his story. He's like the main guy, and he's getting killed at the start. You know what I mean? Like, fuck's sake.
Aye, no, he'd not done a lot before this, according to his IBMD, or IMDb, or I always get that mixed up. But this plays a part brilliant. It's brutal. It is brutal. Just watched a guy getting executed for shits and gigs, man. And then that black guy, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Fuck you.
Aye.
And then they all stop at the one time. Run out of them all.
I know, man. I've unloaded everything in it. And then that's just when Clarence has had enough, isn't he? He's like, game over, bang, and shoots him. And
aye. Good chunky seats goes fucking missing when he does it.
Aye. And that's it. It's just unceremonial, isn't it? It's just they just walk away after it.
Aye.
Or just laughing at that. And it's
by the way, Lewis has seen the last 10-15 seconds of this, hasn't she?
Aye. And it's just like, I mean, see when she's looking at the side and she sees them all shooting. I don't. Has she still got her gun? I don't know. Because she had the ideal time to go pop, and I don't know. But
and she runs out after the fact, bastard.
Aye, and she's just looking at him like she's not chewing her chewing gum anymore. She's just like,
she fuck. She can't see for that guy's penis pictured in her head. You know what I mean? I just wrote down there. Lewis then runs out. Fucking useless.
Aye, but the next thing into it, But it's good how they done this as well. But because the next thing, it's like Murphy is rushed to the hospital, the helicopter and all this, and he's getting moved in. But the whole time, you're kind of seeing it through Murphy's eyes, like in the hospital and getting operated on. But it's like you said the other night, and all the hospital stuff, just pure monotone. Oh, get me that adrenaline. Aye, right. This get the aye, get that out, and you know what I mean? This guy's lying in fucking bits.
Okay, we'll try CPR. No response. Pulse 0. Give him a shot. Epinephrine. One more shock, then call it a day. That's it.
But
Murphy's having flashbacks and all, so it kind of coincides with the life flashing before your eyes, before death pish and all that. And it's quite good, even if the flashbacks are a bit unexplainable. Do you know what I mean? But hey ho. So he's pronounced dead, isn't he, mate?
That's it, because it eventually goes black, doesn't it? And that's it.
It's all very soprano.
But this is what I'm talking about, how it was a good thing, because you're seeing it through his eyes, them trying to keep him alive, to the next thing, it's like you're looking at it through a computer, know what I mean? And you're looking at it through RoboCop's eyes.
You're looking at through a viewfinder, a 1985 VHS fucking camcorder viewfinder. And then it's great, mate. You're right. He shuts his eyes as Murphy and opens his eyes as RoboCop. You know what I mean?
Aye. But it's just like a wee, like flashes of stuff into it. These engineers and scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? It's
because they're all talking about him. One of the doctors says, "Hey, good news! He managed to save the left arm." Bob's like, "What I fucking tell you? Lose the arm." But I thought you would listen, bitch. Lose the fucking arm.
Aye, and it's just like I say, you're just seeing glimpses of them doing certain things to him and all that, like the party at New Year. You know what I mean? He must switch his cell phone, and oh, look at him, and then he gets that bird gives him a wee kiss and all that. You're like, oh, you dirty bastard there.
A kiss right in the eyes. And there's also Bob has a wee quiet word with him. He just sneaks down to him and goes, "You're gonna be one bad mother."
But
okay.
But eventually it's like it must be reveal day sort of thing into it, and they take the tarpaulin sheet off him or whatever, and you're just obviously still watching it through his eyes, but you're walking through this crowd and everybody's applauding him, know what I mean? But then you just kind of see a glimpse of him, see on a wee monitor. You don't, it's not like the full reveal, but you're like, oh, what was that?
So you're looking through his eyes, he's got his chair and he's walking. Wee Jameson just comes into shot. Go Robo. Oh, no pom-poms.
But
so we go to the precinct then, mate, didn't we?
Yeah, that's it. The OCP people turn up and they're bringing equipment in. Know what I mean? And the wee sergeant's like, oh, you can't park that there.
Aye, Mad Bob just ushers him aside like a wet chamois.
Aye.
And then the whole precinct hushes. It's like a pure boisterous rabble, and it just flatlines because they hear a thump, 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 and they see behind the perspex glass the silhouette of this thing. They don't know what it is. Then all the police just forget what they're doing, just start running towards RoboCop, don't they?
Aye, all these mad drug dealers and that, they all had a holiday. They've all just bolted. Know what I mean? But they're all floating this thing about into it to get a glimpse at it. And then you eventually they see it get in. This big fucking shiny metallic looking guy. You're like, oh! And it must have been like that looks cool as fuck. See at the time. But
Aye.
It's one of them. Time has moved on and it looks a bit clunky and all that. But I remember at the time when I was watching it, I was younger. You're like, I want to be RoboCop. Know what I mean?
I remember his moves being a lot sleeker than I found him the other day as well. But do you know what? It's iconic, man. Yeah. So he gets this big chair. He's at the back of the police station. Then Bob and Jameson just start having some wee chats and all that about, you can find him anytime with this tracker. And what does he eat? baby food. You know what I mean? Just to give the audience a heads up.
Aye.
And then he's in the mad chair, getting disorientated, and that's when you see the prime directives in it.
See what they're doing new tests. She's got that with a pen, tracking, and then it goes, right, the stress monitors and the voices, and the guy's just gone,
So, what's stressful about that?
Are you being robbed, or have you stubbed your toe, you cunt?
Are you at the dentist? You know what I mean? So Bob again says another cracking wee line. I love that guy. And pure winches, her with the glasses.
Oh.
And the next thing you know, we're at the police gun range, aren't we?
Aye. All the cops are all dead, doing their target practice and all this stuff. And then this is when you first see the gun. That they still punting this as a toy. Because I must have had about 6 of these bastard things.
I don't know. But it's a handgun. It just seems to have a fucking huge muzzle on it and unlimited fucking bullets, you know what I mean? It's a machine gun and a pistol.
Aye. And obviously he's hitting the mark every time. He's getting a high score, isn't he? Just to the point, all the cops all just stop and go, oh, what is this? You know what I mean? And then again, go to love it, see the human aspect to it. Oh, is that us getting replaced now by this fucking machine? What? Oh.
Lewis is there, isn't she? And she's watching. And when RoboCop finishes, he spins the gun and puts it back. And I think the leg holster's one of the fucking coolest things ever in film, but I love that.
Aye.
But he spins it. And then Lewis just goes, oh.
Aye. I was like,
who did I not done that?
And the music goes down it.
Aye. So then he's at the front desk again, and another really cool bit is where, hey, he's gonna need a car. And the captain just flings a set of keys, and RoboCop goes into the shop, catches him. Thank you. Like that bit. I like that bit.
Well, Bob, but then cuts to that mad wee guy with a moustache. I buy that for $1. Oh, just this wee shopkeep, and he's sitting howling. The missus, she must be counting the night's takings or something, isn't it? And
she's just got bills everywhere in this crime-torn city. You know what I mean?
And then this fucking big Yeti-looking guy comes in. Know what I mean? He just looks shifty for the outset. Know what I mean? Oh.
Sweat pissing off him. Big trench coat and all that. So he's in there to hold the place up. Give me your fucking money and open the safe and all that. And this is, I don't have a safe. What you kidding me on? And the guy just puts a wee display of Miller cans, and there's this fucking safe behind them. You know what I mean?
Oh mate, it's fucking so stupid but funny and all, isn't it? But he's doing not trying to open the safe, and this big dirty bastard, who by the way, when he walked in, picked up a magazine. Like, oh, this guy, this you might to see this on the telly. Fucking
I know there's a recipe in here I want to try tonight, so I'm not fucking leaving without it. Aye. But Robo comes in, didn't he?
Aye.
Fucking double doored, good entrance, man.
Aye.
And
it's just
our robber's just agog.
I see this guy, but he just fuck me. Just starts shooting at RoboCop, and see now, I reckon that guy was just misunderstood. He just wanted sex. he didn't know how to ask for it. He wanted Robo.
I bet you there's a parody of this out there somewhere called RoboCop. Any money, there's got to be. See, as soon as I seen, like, I remember one of the last things I seen going to Blockbuster, and it was the kind of the parody porno films, and there was one called Womb Raider. I thought, oh, cards off the table, man. Everything's fair game now, you know what I mean? So if there's no a RoboCop out there, I want to commission it, make a couple of quid.
Oh,
but,
I'm going to go find that now.
Womb Raider, mate, I swear to God. RoboCop clotheslines the guy, didn't he?
Aye.
But
Well, he
the guy
bends,
must...
he bends like the front of his gun and all, didn't he? And then just whacks him into a fridge.
Oh, he does a triple salto after it, man. Just... It was only 3 feet away for RoboCop, but hey-ho. So that's the first bit of our Superman montage, you know what I mean? When he comes Superman, he goes out there and does a few things. This is RoboCop doing his few things.
Aye.
The next thing, there's a woman getting sexually assaulted by 2 guys, isn't there?
Aye, that's it. 2 of these mad rapists and they're the loudest
Mad
rapists ever, know what I mean? Just, they're sitting hollering and like, what? But,
Give her a haircut. There's more hair down there. Ah! And I always remember the game, Nintendo, original Nintendo, the game for this. It was fucking excellent. And this was one of the missions. You had to get your sights between her legs and all that to shoot the guy. So it's eventually what happens when he turns up in it.
aye.
One of the rapists holds her hostage.
Aye, knife to her throat and all that into it, and his tracking system. He shoots through her skirt and shoots him right in the cock and balls. And I'll tell you right now, see that guy's screams? It's the most convincing fucking screams ever. You ever getting shot in the cock.
Again, brilliant acting. Compare that to Zed in
Aye.
Pulp Fiction. You know what I mean?
Aye.
I think this guy wins it. 10-1.
Aye. But what is it he says to him? Your move, creep. After he shot the cock off his boy. Was
The guy just drops his shit.
aye. But she runs there and she's like, oh, thank you. And he just looks at her and goes, you've experienced a traumatic event. I'll contact the closest rape counsellor. Like, fuck's sake, man. Then the music
Aye.
kicks in again, into
I like to shoot at things. So that's a wee bit of trivia in this as well. You never actually see RoboCop getting into a car. And anytime he's in the car, you only see his upper bit. Because Peter Weller, in the suit, couldn't fit in the car. So that's a wee bit of trivia for you. I wouldn't imagine they would have been able to anyway. And I'd have thought RoboCop had his own fucking motor. You know what I mean? Like a battle tank or something.
Aye, they've kind of missed out on that, haven't they? See, I'll tell you right now, see if Disney had this, he'd have 3 fucking cars and he'd have 80 guns.
Aye. And RoboCop would be a woman. Robo bitch.
There'd be no more RoboCop.
RoboCop. Oh, Jesus. Aye. And the prime directives would have been about fucking 375 of the bastards. So anyway, next situation, we've got we're down to City Hall, and one of the politicians has just lost the rag, and he's taken hostage fellow politicians and the mayor of Detroit, isn't he? He's already killed one politician.
That's it. Yeah, he's holding it up, isn't he? While, again, RoboCop just shows up on the scene, and the SWAT team let him walk in and all that, like, no questions. You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Keep him talking. And they're, all right, you know what I mean? I see. That's what I was going to say. You see, like you, I don't remember him being as robotic as I did the other night there. It was like very noticeable.
Very noticeable, mate. It was a lot more fluid and believable, but I suppose it's just your brain at that age, I suppose.
Nah.
So, long story short, this guy's having a RoboCop says to the leader of the SWAT team, keep him talking while I sneak in here, all robotic like, you know what I mean? And the guy's, hey, what do you want? I want my old job back, and I want a bigger office, I want a new car. What kind of car you want?
I want a bag of cans. I want Brendan Rodgers back.
Oh, I want a cooked chicken at the Asda. But aye, so he's talking like that, and then he just goes like, hey, don't jerk me off. When I get upset, people die and all that. Then he says, brings the mayor up to the window, didn't he? He says, say goodbye to the mayor. Aye. He's just about to tap him in the back of the cranium when the horns come through the wall, innit?
Aye. RoboCop pulls him through the wall and then just gives him like the almighty punch that punches him out a window, you know what I mean? Like, might have been a bit overkill, but whatever.
But Director 3 went fucking walkies there, didn't it?
Aye, it did.
Uphold the law.
Aye. But they sooner.
Uphold the law. I thought you says break the jaw. I'm sorry. I'm new. This is my first shift.
Oh, what am I like?
I was just in that other RoboCop film there, and I'm getting mixed up.
Wait, see that? See this next bit, mate? It's like a TV ad, and it's like a family playing a board game, mate. It's like, Pakistan is on my border. That's it, son. You're getting no more political help.
You've investigated my missile silo. How dare you? Nuke 'em. So we went for battleships to nuke 'em. And it's a wee family sitting on the table, big puff of smoke. Hey!
Oh, man.
Game
Oh,
for all the family.
superb, man. But we go back to the OCP, didn't we? And wee Bob has been promoted to vice president. Know what I mean? And he's Jack the Lad. Everybody wants to be his pal. And he gets into the executive lounge, which is just a bigger toilet by the fucking looks of it. Know what I mean?
Oh, he's went full American Psycho, hasn't he?
Aye.
And he's fucking talking a walk. He's in the toilet, mouthing off about Dick Jones, calling him a prick and all that. He's an old asshole. And when he's talking, doing this piss, you just see everybody else in the toilet. Oh no, I'll run in it.
Aye, like Godzilla's coming. Run!
Nobody thinks to slap him in the back of the head and go like that. I mean,
What I want to know is, but how did all these people know Jones was in there? Because presumably he's behind a cubicle door. He must just have a musk, the man. He must just have a musk.
maybe that is his cubicle. If that cubicle's occupado, Dick Jones is in the house. You know what I mean? And
Big
obviously,
Dick.
Bob doesn't know this. It's his first piss in there. So there you go. But Dick comes out. And the other wee guy's talking to, he's like, oh, shite. I need to go. I've got a meeting. Pisses yourself. And Bob's not phased, not a jot.
Aye. It's just, Jones just pulls him, didn't he? I remember I was the up and comer and all this stuff, but you showed respect. You just crossed a fucking line. You're caught him at you wee dick. And like he says, Bob's like, you've had your time, you know, bastard. You know what I mean? And this retirement home for you. But what is it Jones says to him? One day the old man has to retire, and I'm fucking next in line, you wee dick.
Aye, pulls his hair.
Aye. Oh,
Bob doesn't like this. What are you doing, you fucking fuck? So next time, back to the precinct, and Robo's in his chair, chilling, but he's dreaming, isn't he?
Aye, he's dreaming, which he shouldn't be able to do because I don't know if we forgot to mention, but they say they were going to wipe his memory. Know what I mean? Yeah. So he was just going to be a vessel. But he starts remembering the day he was killed. Know what I mean? Aye. And the way he starts moving is like somebody told him there's a spider in his t-shirt or something. Get off me! Get off me!
Somebody's put an ice cube in his back. So while this is happening, the needles are spiking like mental, but again, design fault. Nobody's thought to put an alarm on these fucking things to alert people. But it gets to the stage, once they notice it, it's too late. He just gets up and he's off. He went out, didn't he?
So he starts walking and all that, and all these people are fucking freaking. Like, oh, he should be able to do this. And then that's when Lou sees him into it, and she's like, oh, I'm going to go and talk to Murphy here. And that's when she first says to him, Murphy, it's you, isn't it? But obviously RoboCop doesn't know that he is Murphy at this point. All the while, this mad bee scientist guy's fucking freaking, isn't he? He's shouting, fucking, what did you say to him? What did you say to him? Like, that's what set him off in the first place. You're like, what are you talking about?
It's a hell of a fucking level of abuse for doing nothing.
Aye.
Bob's going after his nut, man. He's get him back here and all that. I want this fucking investigated. And then no sooner as that happened, then we cut to a meal, and he's arrived at a gas station on his bike, and he's holding up the gas station, mate.
Aye. Just pure nonchalant into it, just taps the window, and this wee guy's reading whatever it is, quantum mechanics or something. And he's like,
Right.
oh, give us all your money, and we'll fill up number 6 while we're at it.
And while we're filling it up, I'll have a big fag, big yellow fag, which isn't dangerous at all.
Aye.
So he's just having a back and forth with this guy behind the counter who doesn't have a speaking part, which seems criminal for the
Aye.
length of time he's having a dialogue with Emil. Hey, you think you're pretty fucking smart, don't you? Think you'd outsmart a bullet? Let's see. But
I know.
RoboCop's coming off the freeway, and he's spied on us, isn't he?
Aye. He's clocked it, and the next thing he's pulled up to Emil without Emil knowing. The first time that Emil knows he's there is when he shuts the door, and he goes, oh! And what is it? Aye, that's when RoboCop says to him, isn't it? Dead or alive, you're coming with me. And that's when Emil, it elicits the same reaction for the first time Emil heard that. He's like, oh! But we
Then he
killed
says,
you!
hey, I know you. You can't be alive. We killed you. You're dead. And this is enough to shake RoboCop because he's already playing with these memories that he's had.
Aye.
And he records it and plays it back to his cell. All the while, Emil's making Goody's escape, isn't he?
Aye, that's it. Aye, because he's having shots at RoboCop when the bullets are bouncing off, but it's hot, like the pump and all this stuff, and there's like petrol, fucking or gas. If we want to go the American route, it's pissing everywhere. You know what I mean?
By the way, see for all our American friends, see gas. It's a liquid. It's not a liquid. All right, gas is gas. It's airborne.
Gasoline.
This is liquid petroleum.
But this whole time, RoboCop's froze, isn't he? Because he's dealing with this a man deed and all this shit. All the while, Emil is when that's what I'm talking about. He doesn't take off, right, and then throw his fag. He sits there where this thing has been pissing all around about him, and then he throws the fag to light this petrol station up. But
Move, Cadden. Let's see him face off.
But you do get some shot into it. See, that's when RoboCop kind of snaps at it, and the place goes up, and RoboCop's just walking out it like it's nothing. Know what I mean? Which was cool, man. Cool.
So he gets off a couple of shots at Emil's bike, disables the bike, and Emil comes off it, doesn't he? RoboCop grabs him. Who are you? Who are you? See, they're saying, who am I? Or how do you know me?
Aye.
But he's got Emil, and Emil's huckled.
Aye. Emil's just trying to squeeze out a shite. Oh!
So the next thing, we're at OCP, and RoboCop's walking up to the kind of mainframe computer, whatever it is. And, hey, you can't be in here. You're not allowed in here. And then RoboCop does that, and the big spike comes out, and he plugs in to the mainframe. Effectively saying, if I wasn't allowed in here, then why have I got this fucking connection? You know what I mean? And he's looking for answers, mate, isn't he?
I thought that was Rick Moranis. It began with some of the fucking first heard the voice. But he's into the database, and he uses his recorded footage and all that to find out who Emil is. And doing that, he finds out who his associates are. And he comes across Clarence's face into it, which he remembers. And then that's when he looks down all his crimes. And then that's when he finds out that Clarence is wanted for the murder of Murphy. And it's just like, you son of a bitch.
Aye. Deceased right across it, man. So that's him. He's made the Murphy connection and the gang connection. And he's also got his address out of there as well, Primrose Lane.
Aye.
So next thing you know, he's driving into his old street, into, and he goes into his old house, which is up for sale. House is a fucking mansion, by the way.
Aye. That's Detroit shithole, you know what I mean? But it's when reality and all that and the past all starts meshing together, isn't it? Like he sees his old life.
Done well.
Aye.
This whole thing's done well.
Yep, definitely, man.
Especially the bit at the end when he sees his wife coming towards him, and he kind of walks through her as if she's a ghost, and it's empty again, and you're like, oh, fucking good. You know what I mean?
Aye. It's good, man. It's just all just mashes together, and then that's where it just comes to it. I think that's when he realizes he is Murphy, isn't it? He had a life.
Gets upset, mate.
Aye. Because there's this wee monitor guy that's selling the house to you into it, and he just punches right through that, know what I mean? Enough of your shite,
That's
you.
probably the best bit of kind of robotic move is he's getting angry and he turns around and he looks at the telly and fucking sticks his horn right through it, which is pretty good.
Aye.
So then we just very quickly, that's the thing about this film, there's zero dead space in it. We're fucking right into the next scene. We're at a nightclub and he's on the prowl, he's looking for Leon, isn't he?
Aye. We're in the Savoy, aren't we? Fucking things are thumping.
Big GBX night.
Scream if you want to go louder.
2 for 1, you're after shucks. Hot dogs at the main door. I wonder if he's still there in the Savoy.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Not been a while. But aye. This is the thing. He comes across me Leo, doesn't he? And he goes, fucking, here you wee bastard. And then see when Leo pulls out the gun and he slaps it with his horn. Another wee guy catches it in the dance and he just keeps dancing like, oh.
Just catches it. This guy saying that goes, hey, woo.
Look at me. They're all like, oh, see you. James, you're a mad bastard.
Man. And then so RoboCop ends up just grabbing Leon by the hair and fucking dragged him across the dance floor.
Oh,
and his face. Brilliant, man.
Oh. But then it cuts to Bob, doesn't it? Bob's in his house.
That's the Bobbies. Aye, by the couple of models.
These two. And they're sitting down the mouching powder, aren't they? Sitting down the mouching powder.
Models, a fucking quasi-model. That's what they are. So they're doing the Charlie after the last coffee table as you do and all that. Bob's wired to fuck and they're just talking shite. And the next thing the doorbell goes down to ding dong.
That's it. Oh, that'll be the champagne. Because you order champagne to the door and all that, know what I mean?
No, to your own house. Must be just dial kegs moved on a pace, I'll tell you that.
But the next thing it's
hop in for a bottle of Bolly. 4 in the morning.
Aye, but it's actually Clarence that shows up in it. Aye. And it's like, oh, and where's it Clarence says to the two women? Bitches leave.
Aye. And you duly oblige. Okay, sorry, Bob. Call me.
But what is it? Bob tries to act the hard man, doesn't he? Like, do you know who I am? You know what I can fucking do to you? But Clarence just goes, pop, shoots him in the leg with fucking 5 or 6 times. And it's just...
Which is good. I like the way the legs explode, you know what I mean? So that's obviously rendering them immobile. So then he pulls out this wee CD out his pocket, then he sticks it in the player, and it's a message for your dick.
Aye. It just turns out that Jones has hired Clarence into it to do him in practically, know what I mean? The two of them are in partnership. And see this.
Actually says, man, fucking I told you not to fuck with me. And you know what's really disappointing? We could have been pals. You know what I mean? All the while, Clarence is fucking tonguing a grenade.
Mate, it would have been brilliant, man, if Bad Jones went, and now you're going to die because Clarence is holding a thermal detonator.
Oh. Aye, so he tongues the ring out of that, sticks it on the coffee table, pure within reach, but obviously Bobby's had the leg shot away from him and can't get to it, and walks it. And there's a wee timer on it, and Bob's just doing the usual film thing. Rather than just go that extra half a yard to grab the thing, pause it and pause it off its axes and onto the coffee table and bang.
Aye, that's it. The house explodes into it with the old Clarence just walking out like an action hero. But next thing, it's this drug factory in it.
I think fast as fuck, we're at the drug lab.
Clarence is talking to these manufacturers. I take it it's cocaine or whatever the fuck it is. But he's just talking about how he's the guy that rules the underworld sort of thing. He's got all the backing of the officials, and this guy that's manufacturing the drugs is just saying to him, "Nah, mate, I don't give a fuck who you." Know what I mean? We're the queen bee around these parts.
Which obviously makes Clarence dip his 2 fingers into the guy's red wine and snort it. Then the guy just drinks it, and then ends up they come to a deal. And no sooner they came to a deal than fucking the door starts banging, didn't it? This big reinforced metal door starts going boom. And nobody's going to see who it is. They're just waiting for it to come in.
You're like, oh, no, that might be Big Phil. You know how he likes to knock that door awfully hard there.
That sounds like a Polish chap, that. Or a telly license, man. Don't answer it.
But it's RoboCop in it, puts the door in, and it's again, this is another cool bit. You're kind of seeing RoboCop's abilities into it, because he just goes about clearing out this factory, everybody, doesn't he?
It's good. It's really good, because before he does it, as you say, he's wee targeting things, pinpointing where everybody is and all that, and then he just says, "Come quietly, or there will be trouble." You start letting off, so he just gets his wee hand cannon out, and then starts shooting without looking and all that. You know what I mean? Which is fucking pretty good.
It's good, man. Just because see the way that the cameras and all that do this as well. It's like you're getting different levels, and there's guys everywhere, and it's just following them through the factory. It was good, man.
That was really good. So he more or less takes everybody out and gets down to Clarence, doesn't he?
Aye. And he just starts launching Clarence about, doesn't he? Through glass windows, through walls and all this. And
every line of the Miranda rights. You are under arrest. Launch. You have the right to remain silent. Launch. If you need an attorney, launch.
But in doing this, Clarence gets terrified, doesn't he? And he starts spilling the beans on everything. That Jones is actually the guy in charge. He works for Jones and all this shit. Know what I mean? And it gets to the point where you think, like RoboCop is going to kill Clarence there and then, isn't he? Because he's all slashed open and all that with blood on us. But then, obviously, RoboCop's like software stuff kicks in again, and he doesn't kill him. You know what I mean?
Uphold the law. So by this time, we hear that the police are just on the brink of striking, which is going to leave the city in fucking chaos, man. And this is at the precinct. And then just as they're all talking about it, the door bursts open and Robo walks in with Boddicker, doesn't he?
Aye. He just walks in, throws him at the desk, doesn't he? And everybody's like that. It's like a heavy lethal wet moment, isn't it? Like, the fuck?
What's the charge? He's a cop killer. Didn't you have to watch the fucking news? 31. 31 police.
Oh.
The guy's linked to it.
Right, see what this cunt does at all, by the way. See that Clarence? He just fucking spits blood onto like the rap sheet sort of thing. And he goes, just give him a fucking phone call. You're like, oh, fuck's sake. But,
so RoboCop then arrives back at OCP Towers, doesn't he?
Aye, he's got to pull this cunt Jones, isn't he? Because he knows he's dirty at this point.
Oh, he's bogging the boy.
But he goes in, he pulls Jones, doesn't he? And Jones is obviously aware that he's put this piece of software in him that doesn't let him arrest anybody, like the hierarchy OCP in it. And again, RoboCop starts like doing the breakdancing thing. Gravity is getting heavy.
So Directive 4, which has been clouded for his vision, as you say, mate, Dick Jones just put that in there as a insurance policy. And he doesn't mind telling this as he's telling him everything fucking else, you know what I mean? And it results in instant shutdown. It's not working, mate. Because no shutdown. You know what I mean?
Aye. I'm just kind of hoping that that's the Murphy part fighting it. You know what I mean? But even still. But this is it. And the next thing he brings in big 209 into it. And it just fucking... You get a decent fight here. with that RoboCop. Know what I mean? Again, I remember it when I was younger, going, "This life can't get any better than this. This is it. We've reached our peak."
No, it's really good. Ed comes in and obviously lets off a couple of rounds. RoboCop goes right through a fucking wall. And then, which I like even better, the next time Ed 29 goes up to RoboCop, he turns his gun into an uppercut and fucking uppercuts him through a screen door. I thought that was great, man.
Aye. You're seeing it the whole time, and RoboCop's getting more damaged and all this shit. But I'd completely forgot about this next part. The next thing, RoboCop, I think he runs down a flight of stairs, and Big 209, it's like sticking your toe into a cold pool. It's like that. And the next thing, it falls down the stairs, and it starts making some mad noise, like an upside down cockroach or something. I don't know what the fuck the scream is.
Do you know what the scream is like? See Aliens?
Aye.
When they get set on fire?
That's it. That's the exact same noise, man. I knew I'd heard it before. I was like, what the fuck?
You can't even recreate it. It's a pure high-pitched, organic squeal. You know what I mean?
Aye.
You're a fucking robot, mate. You know what I mean? Calm down.
Legs are kicking all the while. Like a turtle.
A wee turtle. I can't get up.
Oh,
here comes the seagulls to eat my belly. Oh, no. But, aye, so RoboCop's away down the stairs. And he gets, give him credit, gets down 100 flights of stairs in no time at all. Gets into the car park, and the whole police are waiting for him, into the ones that have this on strike, you know what I mean?
That's it. And it's like the SWAT team and all that, like they're telling him to like surrender or he's going to be killed and all this shit. And there's some coppers that go like that. He's a cop, for Christ's sake, and all that. What we doing here? Know what I mean? And what is it?
It's Officer Murphy, damn it! That guy at a fucking Silence of the Lambs. That's Jim Pembry, damn it! You talk to him.
But anyway, all the police all start shooting on him into it, and the music kicks in, and you're like that. Oh, my heart roasted.
I really like that. It's the sad robo music in it. It's like this is the end. Dun 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 dun.
Aye, it's just like fucking absolute betrayal.
He does a good thing and starts rolling between flares to get down away from it, which allows Lewis to get up to him in a car and say, "Murphy, get in." And he's kicking through his wee hole in his visor, his wee eyeball. He gets in, and Lewis gets him out of Dodge, didn't she?
Aye, and then we get another daft TV ad, didn't we? This big dinosaur walking through the town. And then it's like, just say it's Ford Carrera. Haven't you got yours?
No, 8.2 miles per gallon. Shit. Turn on your engine, you've ran out of diesel, man.
And then they start interviewing people, and it's like, I think it's terrible what they're doing and all that. Then it goes to this wee guy, unemployed person, and he's like, I don't think anything's bad unless this is bad. You see it, you dig?
You know who it is, don't you?
Who is it,
Eddie
mate?
Van Halen.
Aye. Oh, fucking
Eddie Van Halen, wee cameo. it's wild out there. Mental. I didn't recognise him at all, man. I was doing post credits and stuff. So, Clarence arrives up at OCP Towers unchallenged to see Dick Jones, didn't he? Hey, Dickie boy, what's going on?
Aye, and this really the meeting is, listen, there's got to be a new city here and all this. There's got to be new customers for gambling, cocaine, drugs, sex, the whole thing. And you can be the guy. All you need to do is get rid of this RoboCop, because what you say to him can implicate me, and that's it. Game's a bogey. Right. And
if I go down, you go down, you wee shite. So I like to carry your jib.
Aye.
There's money to be made here. There's fucking a fortune to be made. I have bootleg copies of RoboCop. You know what I mean?
And
we sell them on the workies. And Wim Raider. Fucking never
but
forget
Jones agrees to give him heavy firepower, doesn't he? Like military weapons.
Sure. Heavy firepower, mate. Sure, heavy firepower.
Oh, so
Aye, he
such a
decides to give
knowledge.
him decides to give him the gun out of Terminator Genesis
Aye.
that is a big fucking rifle that can like shoot a grenade bullet or something like that. You know what I mean? They're cracking military grade. So we get to the old steel mill. Lewis has brung a wee bag for Murphy, and it's a drill, his gun, and some baby food in it.
Aye. So there's some necessities, the necessities of life. And this is when you get the first reveal into it, that Murphy starts taking his helmet off, and then you just get this fucking chewing gum face fucking thing pulled out. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just
And the neck, you get the neck. Instead of leaving it black, but would have been fine. They decide to fucking try and jazz it up as looking mechanical and stuff, but it was only the top part of his helmet he moved off, yet the fucking chin piece and the neck came off it as well. So it was a very strange. But again, I didn't really mind it until I seen that fucking mad video last week. So moved his helmet. Then we cut very quickly back to the city, where the city's just imploding. There's looting, fires, crime everywhere because the police are on strike, isn't it?
That's
and young Emil's watching the telly through a window.
Aye, but he can't hear it through all the fucking writing, so he smashes the shop window. He turned the telly up. Know what I mean?
As you do.
Aye, but it's next thing, Clarence shows up, didn't he? With these weapons, but the wee black guy with an annoying laugh, Joe, I think his name was, or Joey. He starts going, "Oh look, my new motor!" I go, "No, that's the same as yours, Clarence. That's the same as yours." The next thing, he whips out his gun, didn't he? And blows up his motor. Like, aye, fuck you, you wee dick.
Oh, Clarence, new toy. Can I play? Let's see. Fucking blows his car to fuck. Oh man, how's your car now, Joey boy? But then they all decide to have 9 shots each of this fucking gun, didn't they?
Aye, just start
to show the audience.
Aye, but but that's it. We're back to the mill again, aren't we? And RoboCop's try to aim at the baby food, didn't he? Because his targeting system is wrecked. Know what I mean? And Lewis has to help him. I reckon that's about dead on there, Robo son.
Thank you. See, I know, when the gang leave that street, they've got the tracker. He's at the old mill. Let's go. How far away are they? Because it's fucking night time, and then we're off to Lewis and that, and it's daytime. They're still not arrived yet. Know what I mean?
It's a one-way system, you see.
Aye, must be. I suppose the police been on strike, but no sooner has Lewis fixed his targeting, as he said there, and the gun patrol arrive at the old mill.
What's that, boy? Stuck down a well at the old mill?
Meanwhile, at the old mill.
It's like that, but see that, the old mill, I kind of got like see Batman vibes off it. And see if you like the first Batman. It's just,
it was like Ace Chemicals in it.
Aye, that's the heavy vibe I got for it. I was like, that's not bad, that.
I can see why, mate. I can see why. But they've arrived and they're sneaking about looking for him. And he comes out, looking for me. They'll turn around. Takes him half an hour to turn around with this fucking gun.
Aye.
And they're all shit shots, man.
But that's it. The bold RoboCop, didn't he? He takes it Joey first. Know what I mean? And like he says, hell breaks loose, man.
Fucking laugh.
I know. Fucking. Oh my god, man. But
Emil's still in the truck, and he sees him, didn't he? Get you now, motherfucker.
Aye.
And RoboCop, who can't really move swiftly. That's the road, didn't he?
Aye. Oh mate, and it's one of the. You end up with one of the best things ever, into it, because Emil has crashed this truck into like a toxic waste, like barrel container tank or whatever the fuck it is, and all this shit just washes right through this truck he's driving, doesn't it?
Aye. It doesn't come out the sides or nothing, but it washes right through the truck.
Aye.
And washes Emil out a meal out with it, and he's all melted to fuck into.
Wait, I remember this. See, my younger brother, Disco, he used to be terrified of that thing. Like, couldn't watch it and all that, would turn away from it and all that. Oh!
It's fucking brutal looking, man. So the next thing, Leon's cutting about with this gun looking for thing. He comes round the corner and Madame Mills, man, don't touch me, man.
Get away from me, man. But all the while, Lewis is chasing Clarence in his car, and it's they're like kind of bumping into each other and all this stuff, and they don't notice Madame Mille. I'm melting.
So Clarence fucking probably does me a favour, drives right through him, and there's not a lot left. I think the heat stays intact in it, the rest is mulch.
Aye. Bit of the bold Clarence. Oh, for fuck's sake.
My good car. Wipers on. But obviously it's the insides of his pal have obscured his view, and Clarence veers off the path and then down a big ditch, didn't he?
Aye, I know. Obviously, Lewis goes out to check to make sure he's dead or whatever, but if she gets out of her car, Clarence is fucking the quickest gun in the West. Know what I mean? Gets off about 6 rounds or something, didn't he? And shoots her.
Fucking quick. Aye, quick draw McGraw, kid. Bye, baby. She's patter. So then Leon, well, he's just about to finish the job with Lewis, but Murphy turns up.
Aye.
Clarence! And he's like, fucking, oh no. But he sees wee Leon up, skirting the peripherals and going for this cran, didn't he?
Aye, this cran, mate, it's got all sorts of bits of metal in it. And obviously Clarence is just kind of distracting Murphy while he brings this thing above him, didn't he? And he's like, oh, you can't kill me and all that, you're a cop and all this stuff. And he kids on that he's panicking that Robo's going to kill him, isn't he?
Aye. But then it seems like RoboCop's been able to just disable his prime directives, no bother.
Aye.
Like, you're a cop. He's like, I'm not a cop anymore. What? But did we miss a scene or something? You know what I mean?
Aye.
He turned the bastards off. But he is kind of getting panicky after kidding on his panicky.
Aye.
But Leon has got charge of this crane, which he knows how to work, no bother. And he's moved the fucking bucket above RoboCop, opens up the bucket, and all these tons and tons of girders and metal fall on top of RoboCop, didn't they?
Aye.
They're quite pleased with herself.
Aye. They're all like, yes, Yahtzee, and all that. But
Yahtzee. Americans love hitting it with that, didn't they? Oh, just a big tolly there. Yahtzee.
But Lewis gets a hold of one of these guns, didn't she? And she blows up Leon. Know what I mean?
Aye. No, wait. Great bit of writing there, because there's no time to think about it. This wee guy's all magnanimous and, wow, we got him, Clarence. We got him. Fuck you, bang. Blown to smithereens.
Aye.
I think it's the first time you see Clarence looking surprised. Oh.
Oh, my wee Leon.
But he's my favourite out of a lot of them.
But he runs over this big hole in it. It's like a big steel rod with a point on it. And he starts leathering into Murphy a bit, doesn't he?
Sayonara, RoboCop. Now, he stabs him right through where a human heart would be. But obviously Murphy's no got one, has he?
Aye.
But even his reaction, it's quite good. Really good. But we don't think about it too much before the fucking big spike gets unleashed into him.
Aye. He pops out this big spike and he just puts it right in fucking Clarence's jugular, doesn't it? And then see the amount of blood that spurts out onto RoboCop, by the way.
Mate, do you know what I just said? Plum tomatoes. Guys, it's as if like his full throat section just falls out of this hole onto his chest plate, and it's just like plum tomatoes going bleh.
Oh,
and
mate.
It's mad. It's tremendous. Tremendous.
That's the thing, innit? Like, obviously, Clarence goes, oh, you bastard, and fucking falls and dies, does a couple of rolls and all that. And then Murphy goes like that to Lewis. Lois, are you okay? And she goes, I'm a mess. What? Fuck's sake.
They'll fix you. They fixed everything. Weird line, that. Know what I mean?
Oh. Well,
So we're in the finale scene here, and it's an OCP board meeting again.
aye.
And then RoboCop just fucking blows in the doors, doesn't he, man?
Aye. It pulls up down the stair and 209 standing outside the building. And
So he does.
RoboCop just whips out one of the big rifles and just blows the top off it. And these wee legs are just left standing, isn't he? He's like, oh, as he walks into this building.
It's a very Star Warsy moment. AT&T fucking just been blown up a bit too far.
But he walks into the boardroom, doesn't he? And he reveals that Jones is guilty of all this stuff, that he killed fucking Bob. Because what is it? RoboCop just he either plugs himself into all these monitors, isn't it? And the whole board is it. I mean, they're more shocked at this than when fucking young Kenny gets shot to bits in the same room. By the way, they're like, "You done that, Jones? You dirty bastard!"
Still bits of him in the carpet, that boy. But Jones knows he's been fucking caught, so he grabs the old man, doesn't he? Puts a gun to his head, and then turns off fucking. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. See, I'm gonna walk out of here to the roof. Yeah, and they're gonna helicopter. Anybody follows me, and the old geezer gets it.
I know. But old man's like, I'm very disappointed. More disappointed than when you killed Kenny.
I know, man. Comes into King Jaffe Joffa. Dick, you're fired. Which is really good, man, because RoboCop says thank you. That's all I needed. Bang.
He shoots Jones, doesn't he? Jones does a hands right out the window, doesn't he? Oh.
Well, mate. Die Hard was what, a year after this?
Aye.
This falling scene is the worst thing about the whole film. It is. And if anybody's going to rewatch it back, pause it. You'll just see this fucking zombie-looking thing, face-wise, and then these big, giant fucking arms, man. It's terrible. It's the worst thing about the whole film.
It's so bad, isn't it? So bad.
Whereas you think of Hans Gruber falling at Nakatomi Towers will still look good in 100 years. Do you know what I mean? That's fucking mental.
But that's it, isn't it? The fucking... It's the end's practically, isn't it? And the old man goes like, you there, boy! What is your name? And he goes, Murphy. And that's it, isn't
it? They fucking about. They ending. They nothing. We're all done. And that was RoboCop 1987. Now, there was a budget which for this was £13 million, which was quite modest, I think. And it made back 154, so you can't grumble money-wise, which is really good. Obviously, it was a launch for Peter Weller, but he kind of get typecast after this. Ended up doing a lot of B movies, and then more recently appeared in things like Dexter and all that. Do you know what I mean? It's never really taken off at all.
Nah. But it was good for what it was back in the day. Good, it was good, like sci-fi stuff. Know what I mean?
Which we call him Cox, Cox, that played Dick Jones. He obviously had a right good run at it, around about this time as well, because he was also the main protagonist in Total Recall, wasn't he?
Aye.
Played a good part in that.
Aye, he's good, man, good. So what are you getting out of 10 then, mate?
I revised my IBMD the other day and I put it as a 6. So I did.
Aye, I'll get a 6, mate. It's
I had it as 8 for about 10 years. It's not an 8.
Aye. No, it's still good for what it is, but you just notice more stuff now. See, as like technologies and all this have went on in cinema, you notice more things now. But
I know. Do you know, I went into this today, I was going to say, I'm going to try going forward not to say this looks dated or this is 20 years too, but you can't help it.
Aye.
Our brains have now been conformed and spoiled to what we're watching now that much that when you watch these things back, you realise a lot of it is nostalgia.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than actual CGI or story or dialogue, you're a wee boy again watching it, kind of hanging that. That's got a lot to do with films. You know what I mean? Some more than others.
I was like I said to you, I was watching Evil Dead, the first one, the other night. Now that used to terrify me and all that stuff, but see now, man, you just laugh at it. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh.
I know. See the thing about Evil Dead and what was else? House. Remember House? I used to like House. And House 2, I think, was a better one. And you see these kind of undead zombie looking things, and they're wearing jewellery and fucking hats and dresses and all that. The big blue figures with nail polish and all that. Sick. But I think of Evil Dead, you always think of that Hon coming out the hatch, didn't you?
Aye.
And the wee eyes looked up. Oh, mental. But Evil Dead Rises, I've still to watch that, so I will. Before we go, mate, have you got a Glaswegianism for it? No?
I think RoboCop wins it.
I'll stick with that, I know. Yeah, what are we doing next week? Womb Raiders? Oh. Brilliant. But both of us went to see, I want to just do a wee quick one on Guardians 3, mate. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, what do you think it?
Superb, mate. I liked it. Got action, decent storyline, finished like character arcs and all that. I enjoyed it. Plus, a villain was a villain. He just wasn't misunderstood. He didn't fucking turn good at the end. He was a villain.
It was kind of, the more I think about it now, he is the galactic version of Hitler, wasn't he? Was just wanted to make his perfect society, and if he couldn't do it, he was fucking quite prepared to just wipe it off and start again. You know what I mean? I've not been in a film theatre where I've been so angry at the baddie in a long time, man. And that says it all. As you say, mate, we've had a rake of these baddies having a backstory of, oh, well, that's why he's bad, and you can see where he came from here. It's, you know what I mean, misunderstood. But as a film, I swear to it, mate, I regret about fucking 10 times. Ever since Rocket was a wee baby Rocket and his first words were huts, I was like, oh, no, my hurt. I nearly spilt my juice on my merch t-shirt there.
Brilliant, man.
It's good to see Marvel having a winner like this. But again, as I say to you, I need to remind myself this is a Marvel franchise. It just seems so as if James, like you said to me, you said James Gunn's just been given license to do what the fuck he wants, and it's paid off, man. Whereas they gave Taika Waititi license to do what he wants with Love and Thunder, and it fucking whoa.
It failed. But
big much.
But what I say is, mate, enjoyed it. I enjoyed Evil Dead Rise as well. I thought that was good, man. So
let's see it. Need to get to see it. So, mate, you had me guessing unsuccessfully for about an hour last night as to what next week's film is going to be, because you've changed your mind from what it was originally going to be to something that I'm going to kick myself once I hear it. What is it?
I'll tell you once we're finished recording. That way we can see if other people can guess it.
I can tease it again.
Aye. So
sounds good, mate.
We'll see if people can get it right.
Once again, folks, thanks to Tone Multimedia, who sponsored this show. Get all your multimedia needs seen by our Tim. You can get them, they will be mentioned, obviously, and linked up in the promos after this goes out some point later today. Also, big shout out to our boys over at Seismic Cinema, who always get out their way to share and like our stuff. They're still doing some good stuff over there. I just listened to their... So I can't remember the last one I listened to, because every time I mention their name now, I just see a picture of Colin with this fucking plant. He's just
Oh,
so happy.
I'm so happy. Oh, it's like when you see a Wayne and you're like, oh, look, his wee face.
Aye. Oh, they reviewed the Flash, Ben Affleck Flash movie on my request.
Was it Daredevil?
Paul
Sorry.
thought it was what?
Daredevil, is it not?
What did I say? Flash? Sorry.
Flash.
Aye. Red in it. Fucking Daredevil, Ben Affleck. Paul wasn't amused at all. Colin liked bits of it. Obviously, it is a bit dated and that, but
Aye.
it's all right for its time. It couldn't have been anywhere near as bad as when they brought out Elektra spin-off it. Oh,
Aye.
terrible.
It's not so happy.
Not so happy feeling. But excellent. Looking forward to next week, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't, you're a shower of bastards. If you do, love you lots.
Yes. Tune in, bye.
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to